welcome to One Good Meal with Sherry. Today is our main course day, Friday. So we are going to be making one of my favorite recipes. I make it at least once a month. It is called sausage mushroom risotto, although it's not a true risotto where you like stand there over the stove stirring for like an hour. But it is from my dear friend Emily's blog. She had a food blog a few years ago with the best name, Our Chicken Tender Mercies, which I just think is hilarious. She's one of the most fun people I know, and I've known her for a really long time. We were actually roommates in college, and our husbands were roommates in college, and we all started dating each other at the same time and got married within a month of each other, and then we all ended up in Louisville, Kentucky, and we lived in Louisville with them for 4 years, so they're really good friends. And she's a great cook, and this is one of her recipes. So hi Emily, if you're watching, thank you. So what it is, it's basically a rice dish, which now looking at this, I realize that my family eats a lot of rice. I really like rice. And you saute some onions, cook them with the rice and chicken broth, and while that's cooking, you brown up some sausage and add mushrooms and some seasoning and mix it all together, and that's it. It's really easy, really fast. It's filling, it's good, it's just got a great flavor, so that's what we're gonna make today. I'm also, because I try to be healthy and have a vegetable with it, but I don't feel like spending a lot of time putting vegetables together today, I'm just gonna cook some frozen peas with it, and I have a pineapple I need to cut up, so that's gonna be our dinner. I also have in the crock pot today some applesauce I'm making. We went to the apple orchard yesterday for a play group, and I got a bag of apples, so I just chopped them up this morning, added some apple cider, brown sugar, and cinnamon, and nutmeg, and lemon juice. And if it's ready by dinner time, we'll smash it up and have some applesauce with it too. So that's what we're gonna be having, and I'm gonna move over to the stove in a minute and show you how to start the sausage mushroom risotto. All right, so you're gonna turn on your pan to about medium-high heat. First melt some butter. I did about couple tablespoons, maybe 2.5 tablespoons. So Emily's recipe, she developed after another recipe, and she kind of changed some things to it. And I don't even follow the recipe anymore. I just make it the way that I want to make it, and it always turns out great. So I'll put a picture up of her recipe at the end of this, but this is just kind of the way that I do it. So I've got my rice warming up, and I've already cut up my onion. So just cut up one onion, regular size, not a small one, not a super big one. And we're just gonna saute the onion in the butter. And it'll take a few minutes as it gets smooth and translucent. And then we're going to, I'm just gonna put the rice in the pot to get going. So I'm gonna do 1.5 cups of rice and 3 cups of water, and that will make 3 cups of rice when it's all done. Probably take that off, not leave it in there forever. So there's 1 cup, and I'm using white rice. I'm sure you could use brown rice, just know it takes longer and uses a little bit more water. So go ahead and make brown rice if you want. So there's my rice, and got my water all ready. Gonna add my chicken bouillon cubes to make it into chicken broth, which is a lot cheaper than buying chicken broth all the time. I just got my 3-year-old to take a nap after a huge epic battle. Usually she's really good about going to sleep, and she'll just lay down and fall right asleep, but today she got up like 3 times, and I had to go in and lay down with her. Then I almost fell asleep. That's why I look so tired right now, because I just almost fell asleep. But she is asleep. Hallelujah. I love nap time. It's the best day the best time of the whole day. All right. So I already, once I knew I got her to sleep, that's when I came down and scarfed down 2 Reese's peanut butter Halloween pumpkins I got at the store today, and a glass of Coca-Cola like as fast as I could, because you know the stress of getting kids to sleep is not that much fun. Oh, this smells good. I love the smell of onions sauteing. All right. I forgot. I always add garlic too, which is fine because you don't want to saute the garlic as long as it takes to saute the onions, or else your garlic will get all scorched. So I'm gonna just throw the garlic in now, and it only needs to saute for about a minute. It's gonna make it smell even better. All right. Now I'm going to stir this into my rice and get it all out. And I'm not even going to wash my pan because I'm going to use that pan in a few minutes to cook the sausage and mushrooms. So I'm not even going to bother with that. I used to make this in my rice cooker, but it broke. But you can definitely make this in a rice cooker. Just saute the onions and garlic and add them to the other ingredients in the rice cooker, put on the lid, press it down, and it'll cook it all. Rice cookers are great and very, very easy. And then at the end, you just stir in your sausage and mushrooms, and it's really good. So I've got that in. I'm gonna bring it to a boil and then turn it down low, cover it, and let it simmer for 15 minutes until the rice is cooked, and then we'll add the sausage when it gets that way. All right, my rice is almost done cooking, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook the sausage. I'm just gonna use this pound of sausage. It's a roll, just the Walmart brand. You could get some at the butcher part of the store if you like fresh sausage. So you're just gonna break it up and just brown it like regular sausage. I'm sure you've cooked some type of ground meat before, beef or sausage, you know, it's just all the same. We're just gonna cook it. Do you ever like see yourself and be like, oh, is that what I really look like? That's not how I picture it. It's not how I remembered. Well, got 3 kids, what are you gonna do? Oh. There's the rice. Oh, the rice looks lovely. I'm going to take that off. This was actually the first thing I ate as an adult that had mushrooms in it, where I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good. Drain that fat off. So when I drain the fat off things, I usually just use this strainer and drain it into a regular bowl, and then I wait until it's cooled off a bit, and then I just pour it in like a Ziploc bag and throw it away. Okay, I'm just gonna add in the mushrooms. And I kind of break them up a little bit. I don't like them in huge pieces. Okay, and as far as seasoning, you add about a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of, I just forgot, oh, thyme. I just use dried. The recipe originally says to use fresh, but fresh herbs are expensive, and unless you grow them yourself, I just use dried. I do grow some basil, but this one doesn't need basil. So, thyme leaves and oregano. And then you just mix it all up with the mushrooms. Okay. All right, now I'm just gonna move that fat in. I'm gonna pour it into the rice. Should have done a bigger pot, but I didn't, so I'm gonna give it a stir now so it doesn't all spill out. So you just add it in and you stir it all around. I'm gonna keep this on the stove with the lid on it because I made this during nap time because it's easier to do the videos while the kids are asleep. But we're not gonna eat it for a couple hours. So I'm just gonna keep it warm on top of the stove for a while. But if it's easier to mix up in a bowl, just put it in a bowl if you're going to be eating it right away. Or if you're using a rice cooker, you can just put the lid, mix it in your rice cooker, put the lid on, and it'll actually keep it warm for you until you're ready to eat. It smells really good. I really love this meal. It's very hearty. It'll keep you full. And it makes really good leftovers. I'll usually eat this for lunch for a couple days after I make it. If Eli doesn't take it all for his lunch. Sometimes he does. All right, there we go. I'm gonna try a little bite to see how it is. Really good. I like it. So I'm gonna keep that warm. When it gets closer to time to eat, I'm gonna make my frozen peas, which is a real feat, and cut up this pineapple, and that'll be dinner. So, oh, really good. Yeah, I'm gonna stir the spoon. I'm gonna use the same spoon to stir it. Come on, you all know you do it. We all do it at home. My family's the only ones eating this, and they always steal my water bottle and eat the food off my plate anyway, so I don't feel bad. But if I was serving this to guests or something, I would use a clean spoon. So don't get all mad about it. Okay, there we go. Dinner's ready. I'm gonna keep this just back here on the stove. I'm gonna have another bite, and I'll turn it back on when we're ready for the next thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some garlic bread to our dinner because I went to cut up my pineapple and the bottom half of it was all bruised and brown and some of the parts of the top, so this is all I got out of it, maybe like a quarter of the pineapple, but that's what you get when you take a risk buying a pineapple that's on sale for $1.50. Can only blame myself. So I think I'm just gonna make some garlic bread to go with it to kind of complete the meal. And if I don't have like a nice loaf of French bread, I just use regular bread that we use for our sandwiches. And what I like to do, it's really easy, is I put down aluminum foil on a pan so that I don't have to wash it later because I'm lazy. And I just put the bread out. And I've melted about half a stick of butter. And I use this garlic seasoning. It's Johnny's garlic spread and seasoning. I got it at Costco. This is a huge thing. It lasts years, and it's really, really good. So I just sprinkle some in to the butter. I try not to get too much because my husband doesn't like too much, but I like a lot of flavor, so I try not to get too much. And stir it around, and then I just brush it on the bread. All over. It's really easy. Huh? If you want to help, you gotta go wash your hands. Go wash your hands. Oh, my peas are boiling. I've got some frozen peas boiling on the stove. I put about a cup of water, bring it to a boil, add the frozen peas, let it boil for a few minutes. Now they're fighting over the bathroom. This has been a crazy day. All right, I'll leave one piece of bread for each of them. We have parent-teacher conferences tonight, so I tried to dress nicely, which I should know by now. If you have to go somewhere and you need to look nice, don't get dressed in your nice clothes until right before you go. I've got smashed animal cracker all over my shoulder from the baby, and then she also spilled applesauce on my hands. Okay, you can each do one. Okay, so you do this one. You just brush it on, okay? Okay, you can do it. One more.
You want some?
She can get on. She can get on. She's fine. Okay, Caroline, you can do this one.
Home.
No, he's not.
I think I saw his shirt. His darkness.
Okay. Thanks, girls.
Now,
And if you... No, yucky. If you melt too much butter, just add it. Make it a really buttery bread. If I was going to be making this with like spaghetti or something, I'd add some mozzarella and Parmesan. But I think I just want plain garlic bread with this. So I have the oven preheating to 350. Usually I just leave it in the oven for the last 10 minutes of whatever I'm cooking. And then I broil it for a minute or two until it gets nice and crispy. So that's what we're going to do. I'm about to drain my peas, and then we'll have everything ready. Yeah. All right, now I'm ready to season the peas. I drained them. They're all cooked, no longer frozen. I'm just gonna add some butter. This is a couple tablespoons. So, just use however much you want. Just stir it on. It'll melt as it's going. kitchen is a mess right now. The baby likes to pull everything out of the cabinet, so trying hard not to worry about that. Or pick everything up. There's no point in picking it up because she's just going to get it all out again. Okay, so the butter's melting now. There's like a stem in here. Nice. Okay, now I'm just going to add some salt and pepper. Probably good enough. And some salt. I don't know about other people, but my kids love peas, especially the baby. So we do frozen peas quite a bit as a side dish because it's healthy, it's green, and I know they'll actually eat it. Are you saying hi? Okay. There's my peas. I'm going to keep a lid on it till time to eat. I can't talk today. Easy side dish. And the rice is already done. I'm just going to let the bread cook for a little bit, and then we're going to eat. We're going to eat a little early tonight. Beatrice. Okay. That's all. Okay, everything's done. Some of the bread got a little burned around the edges. Still good. My peas, the small tiny amount of pineapple I got out of there. Here's the applesauce we made today. It is really, really good. Children are fighting in the background, and there's our sausage and mushroom risotto. So everything is delicious, and it is about to be eaten. All right, so everything's done. This is a really, really easy meal. Frozen peas make the perfect side dish if you're looking for something easy. The sausage mushroom risotto takes less than 30 minutes, and the French bread or garlic bread, if you want to make it, does not take long either. So give it a try. Everyone will like it, especially now that it's starting to get cold. It's a really good meal on a cold day. So, hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to. And baby's crying, so it's time to eat. Thanks. Bye.